big computer in front of me. Got it. Thank you, Councillor Pasternak, for inviting me to join you this morning. I hear the fear in this room. I'm inspired also, though, by the community and the allyship here. Do know that you are never alone, and we are never alone. It's good to see people of all faith, all the faith leaders coming together for a common cause. It's good to hear the first-hand experience that we just heard about what's happening on our street. Just a few weeks ago, I was at the Holocaust Museum for the Holocaust Education Week. It was the second time visiting there. I was there when it first opened. It was a powerful reminder of our collective obligations to act when there's injustice. When our neighbors experience fear and biases and horrific experience based on history. So when we confront fear, when we confront hate, how do we respond? We have a choice. Do we respond with division? Do we respond with empathy and hope? Sometimes when there's when there's darkness around us, when it's tough times, we need to continue to reach for the light, continue to believe that there's goodness in each and every one of us. When we believe that, when we reach out, we can connect. When we believe that we can, even when people are full of anger and hate, if we believe there is hope, we are able to then connect with them. We need to continue to be welcoming and compassionate, even though it's close to impossible when times are so tough. We need to keep each other safe. It is our responsibility. It is when we do that, bring out the best of each of us. I know it's hard. With this dangerous rise of anti-Semitism in our city, families are worried about going to a place of worship, sending kids to school, hanging a mezuzah on their door, about just being in public, to be identified, or even just turning around the corner and see the graffiti, whether it's on TTC or on any other public streets, or being verbally, physically assaulted, attacked, of being who you are. And that is not acceptable. You know, as your mayor, I've said in many occasions that any assault on the freedom of people practicing their faith is not welcome here. Violence in all its forms, even psychological violence, is not welcome here. Anti-Semitism is not welcome in this city, and I have repeatedly condemned it. Together with Deputy Mike Cole, Councillor Pasternak, all the councillors here, Councillor Bradford, that we've been working hard. Starting in October of last year, in November, where we passed a comprehensive package of policies. Can we do better to implement them? Yes, we can. Of course we can. No one is perfect, but we need to continue to do so. The police are saying that we don't have enough resources, which is why we appointed our budget chief, Shirley Carroll, on the police service board. And for the first time in many years, the board have just approved, with Councillor Olivia Chow, who's also on the board, a hiring plan that will have more police on the street. That they will have every school, recruitment school, 4 times a year, maximum number of recruits, 90 students recruiting, so that there will be an ongoing infuse of number of police on the street. That is what you've been saying, that is what you need. We heard you, because even just at different meetings, you said we need more protection, and that is what we're doing. And that 5-year staffing plan is our commitment. We've also heard it's not just the police, it's the bylaw enforcement officer protecting our neighborhoods, our businesses, our schools, our place of worship. We've heard the community clearly when they are expressing, and all of you expressing fear and worry, felt your anguish and clear feeling of loss for a place where you once felt safe. Let's rebuild that faith together. It may be a leap of faith, but it needs to happen. It needs to be rebuilt. I heard it when I stood side by side with Rabbi Yoko Fedal to address the community at Bay's Musha Elementary School, together with Councillor Pasternak, following the gunshots that was horrifically fired at the school. Councillor Cole was also there too, definitely there. I felt it when I spoke at the Pride of Israel Synagogue's evening of solidarity against hate, to support the community during the times of fear. But through it all, I've also seen so much hope. Even in this difficult time, I know that we can work to make real promise that calls to us from our city's coat of arms, that diversity is our strength. Those are not just words. Those are the pledges we make to each other, that I have made to you as your mayor. And this room right now is an excellent, beautiful example that we're hearing each other, that we are going to hold it tight, that we will work together as much as we can.
I'm going to take a leap of faith and just ask a question.
Oh, no, just,
When are you going to take action for my
Let's
daughters?
not let hate divide us. Instead, let us
No, I don't hate you. I want to see action being taken.
Mercy and compassion.
Because my kids are suffering.
We will
Many
work
Toronto kids are
unity
suffering.
against anti-Semitism.
I know, but kids are suffering. Children are suffering. My daughters are suffering.
You're not doing anything.
But
We're here not
Nothing's
because
being done.
diversity is our strength. We're here because you're not doing
Your
anything.
actions aren't there.
You're not doing
October 7
anything.
Memorial, you weren't there. You weren't there. Where were you, Olivia Chow? Where
Empty
were you?
words.
let
Empty
the
words.
mayor finish. Let the mayor finish her remarks.
Okay.
I was there on Mel Osman Square, joining other councillors here last year. This year, I should have been there. There's no excuse. There's any number of problems on communication front, that is my office, my problem. Okay, I should have been there, I know. I said, I apologize about, I don't know how many times, but enough times. I've said it publicly. In terms of action, I met with every principal of all the Jewish schools, including JCC, and also now JCC. With the chief. Was it a public meeting? No. We met just before the high holidays, just before the commemoration. And we talked about what the police and others can do. I've also met with CJA and United Jewish Appeal and all the association and others. Were those meetings public? No. They were not. I met with JCC, Bob Snowden. Was that meeting public? No. That's okay, because I cannot, in some of those instances, broadcast all the action, all the plan that the police are doing. Some things need to be confidential. Let me tell you, if you continue to not believe in me, how do we build a path forward? I am your mayor.
Give us reasons to believe in you. Look at that poster. Come to the rally. Look at what it's done to us.
The
To our
police is
children's
arresting
well-being.
rebel news. It's
I saw
arresting, yeah, and that's not fair. So
wanna
there-
believe
when I
it.
talk to the police at Bathurst and Shepherd, they say we need to get direction from the city. So everyone's pointing fingers.
Okay, let me say no. Under the Police Act, no politician, whether I'm on the police service board, whether I'm mayor of Toronto, or Councillor Pasternak, we have no power to direct the operation of the police.
Pointing
You can
fingers.
set, you can
Allow
set a
me to
standard in the
finish.
city.
Allow me to finish. That once I did something wrong, okay? I said to the police quite a few years ago, they should de-escalate on a completely separate incident. And for that, I violated the Police Act. I was told to leave the police service board. Okay? So no politician, if you're a premier, can say to the police, you must do that, because that is what democracy is about. There's a strong division between those people that make the law. We could actually establish policy. We cannot say to the police, you arrest that person.
So are you saying this
You
is
don't
Chief
want us to
Demkew?
be able
This is
to do
Demkew's
that.
fault?
Then you can go and
Exactly.
arrest that person.
Why
You
isn't
need
he
to
acting?
arrest that person.
So whose fault is
You
it?
don't want the police to take direction. The Police Act said that the police can actually establish policy through the police service board. It's not through the mayor.
So it's the police services board's fault that this is going on? Like who do we go to?
The police service board is 7 members. 3 of them are councillors. Councillor Chang is on the police service board. It has a civilian chair. Her name is Ann Morgan. And 3 members are appointed by the provincial government. So the police service board that hire and fire the police chief, that give policy direction to the police, there's 7 board members. I think it's important to know that, to understand that. So the police service board established policies to the police chief. They hire or fire the police chief, and the police chief then make operation decisions as to whether they should or should not arrest someone. That's up to the chief. It's up to the police service. And the police board member, there are 4 members that are the combination of 7 board members. I think it's important to know that, because there is a conception of, maybe misconception, that the mayor of Toronto can dictate and order the chief what to do.
So can
So
you
what
just
can
be
you
more
do?
overt?
What can you do?
We have,
What
I
can you
should
do?
point
Who's
out to
responsible for
everyone
rule
in
of
here,
law?
we're not even halfway through today's presentations. I don't know what your schedule is, Madam Mayor.
But Councillor Pasternak, because it's your meeting, and so is Deputy Mayor Cole and Councillor Bradford, I think what I just said in the last 5 minutes is precisely the policy of the Ontario government. I think we need to acknowledge that, and I think you should be very clear. that
But I think you
everything
need to
that I
stand
said
up very
was according
publicly
to the
with the
law.
Jewish people and that
Not
tell people
enough.
that this is
What
not
are you
okay.
doing?
You
What are
set
doing?
the tone for the city.
Mayor, can we just make one request of you, just
Councilor
one,
Masson?
just one request.
Listen to Ina.
Mr. Pasternak is with us every Sunday. Can we invite you on Sunday to join us? And you can witness what we see. For 60 weeks, we have been standing there, 60 weeks. The longest running peaceful rally. I ask you to join us this Sunday at noon.
Please.
That's it. Just show up.
Please
You don't
join
have
us.
to say anything. Just stand with us.
I'm one of the organizers of the Baptist and Shepherd Rally.
All right.
It would be nice if you could join us.
Thank you,
All right, well-
thank you. I have not been invited before. Thank you for your invitation.
Yeah, no, we have been on that corner peacefully for a year, and about 4 weeks ago, mass protesters, masked, and there's a failure in the law right there, how they can run around chanting hateful chants, genocide to Jews, disparaging remarks calling for the destruction of Israel, taunting us across the street, waving swastikas. I mean, it is basically sick. And in many in our community feel our arms are tied, our hands are tied. We call the province, we call the Ministry of the Attorney General. They say call your bylaw enforcement. We call bylaw, they say it's not safe. We call police, they say that's not true. We can make it safe for bylaw enforcement. And then there's a whole other ideology of hiding behind the charter. So we have a mess on our hands. And we're not getting help from the RCMP either, so there's the federal government. So it is a total institutional failure, I think, on how to manage the situation. And
That's it,
well, I mean, I don't want to tie up this whole room, but basically we need, it is extremely difficult to successfully prosecute a hate crime in this country. We should be going for statutory bylaw enforcement to create a new level of civility. And only bylaw enforcement can stop these hateful chants, the blockage of roads, the harassment of Jewish business owners, and of course, we need to give police the resources they need to prosecute. And I would add that there's a failure in the judicial system as well. So this is and we have someone who's going to be talking in a minute about these issues. We can't solve it here, but I think you've heard the room loud and clear. We need a universal condemnation of this. This is not charter protected stuff. Waving swastikas and calling for the genocide of Jews. This is disgraceful. It's illegal. And yet we feel frustrated that the perpetrators are not brought to justice. And the conversation goes all the way up to Ottawa, through Queen's Park, down the municipal level. It's a systemic failure of society to grapple with this. So, do I have easy answers? I've given you a snapshot.
Can we have Mark Sandberg give us 10
The
minutes?
city of Toronto actually does have a say when it comes to policing. We know you control the police economy. We know as well that you try to reduce the police the accelerated increases. And that is really supports the city and especially
The
spouse.
city of Toronto this year provided every single dollar that they asked for.
After a lot of lobbying.
And last police board, Councillor Chan, correct me if I'm wrong, the police service board approved a 5-year staffing plan.
90 cops? What are 90 police officers gonna do?
91 is maximum number of people hired per year. Okay? And that was just approved at the police service board, it's coming to the budget committee for.
We need to actually arrest
So-
people. It's not about staffing. If the police board's not directing
The
them.
police service board
She said, and that's what I'm
with the leadership of the City of Toronto Budget Chief, which I appointed. I do want you to know, just to be clear, that the City of Toronto, under my leadership, have Shirley Carroll, which is the Budget Chief, to be a member of the Police Service Board to deal with their budget, okay? And under her leadership, first time in 8 years, because the numbers have actually not caught up. And what the chief has been saying and what the police service, what the association has been saying is true. The number of officers per population have dropped tremendously, okay? But that was created in the last 5-6 years. And Deputy Mayor Cole knew that, okay? So it is because of Councillor Shirley Carroll and Lily Chan and other councillors there on the police service board that they approved a 5-year staffing plan, first time in a decade. Because it used to be that they would not hire anyone and then they'll hire some. It was impossible for the chief to establish a working deployment. So I think it's important to know that. Since you raised it, I have to address it.
Okay, so
Mayor
I
Chow,
understand, Mayor Chow, you're going to sign the proclamation on the way out. I think that's the message I have here. Yeah, okay. And,
Mr. Pastor?
we are barely halfway through the speech.
okay.
Absolutely, just respectfully, I just want to say, I appreciate that there's been a 5-year plan put in place.
It's not about action.
We don't have 5 years. We
No,
don't
they-
have 5 years.
I just no, it's not a 5-year. I just yesterday, 2 days, last night, graduated 91 officers. It's the third class, okay, of 160 officer was graduated last year, just 6 months ago. Another 160 was graduated, okay? And then 91 just graduated. So in total, we're looking at 300 plus officers that are now coming out on the street.
And I appreciate
So
that.
there have never been as many officers today on the street than say in the last 5 years.
So why are they afraid to act? Why when we go to the police officers on the street, they tell us we cannot go and arrest them because we cannot do it, there are too many of them, we are not enough. So why do they say, the police themselves? What is your
You
answer?
ask your chief that question, chief of police.
We don't see him here.
Well,
So there is no answer.
there's a lot.
Why is there no answer?
Those are good questions, and I can't answer them on behalf of the chief.
We have Mark Sandberg.
Yeah, where's she going? Daniel? I don't want her to sign it.
Thank you, Mayor, for attending and sharing your remarks. Reverend Jason.
I'm just gonna put it on this video that I don't approve of her signing that proclamation. I think it's a photo op. It is. Doesn't mean anything.
Okay, she's.
I missed that.